think it worked. Yeah. It worked. Why can't I do this? Okay, I think, did it work? It still says I'm coming. That's not what I want. Not what I want. Well, I'm not sure it worked. Hopefully it did. Maybe it did. Okay. It's on. So it must have. Interesting. Oh, I was trying to do the schedule a live stream, and I thought, okay, so usually when I do a live stream, I just click on go live, and it pops me into this, I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a black screen. You've got your, at the top left, you have your thumbnail or your, I guess it's thumbnail, ongoing video. And it doesn't always pop up, but most of the time it does. And then you have the edit, the information like the title and whatnot, and it shows you your analytics. And on the right side is your live chat. And so when I figured out how to schedule a live stream, And then I went and started the live stream in Streamlabs, and obviously it worked that way, but now I don't know how to go back and get that black screen up so that I can see all the different things, like if the video's okay, and how long I've been videoing or live streaming. So I don't know how to go get that unless I pick analytics. Maybe that's what I need to pick. Anyway, as far as the coloring goes, what I'm doing is finishing up this page that I started last week. And then I was going to do a little bit with the water-based markers that I've had for over a year. Yeah, so I'm not sure where all that is. At least my life. Oh, I think I got. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I think. Come on, you can do it. Show me the rest of it. Yay! Okay, good, good, good. All right, I figured that out. Now, whether I remember what I did to get there is another thing. But I think I got it. Okay, awesome. Well, now I know. All right, so inside where you've created, when you've, back up. When you find the place that says to schedule, I think it's over in the studio in the top right, schedule a live stream. You have the option of making it start when automatically start when you started in your software, your streaming software, and automatically ending. So I click those, and those two little buttons, or especially the first one, was probably what was keeping me from being successful at scheduling. I could figure out how to do a schedule, but I didn't know how to make it start when I was running the software. So anyway, it only took me, I don't know how many months to figure that out. Anyway, so yeah, I am working on this page. So you can see that I've started working on it. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I think you can tell there. I put some watercolor paint on. Oh, yeah. It's just further back. I didn't have any classes this morning. I was so excited. So I thought I would start at 9 o'clock, but it took me a while just to get all that other stuff going. So I never remember the name of this one. I thought I got out the box for it. Oh, I did. I did. This is what these watercolor paints are. Emooqi. E-M-O-O-Q-I. $48. Oh, I see. Well, no, there's not 48 colors. Oh, anyway, that was them. And I did a swatch of those, and they're pretty good shine wise. It's just a, you know, a cheap version. And I've been wanting to buy some different watercolor, sparkly watercolors. Well, these aren't so sparkly. They're more metallic, I guess. But when I start to click the buy option, I start feeling guilty. Wait a minute, I've already got some. I've already got some. And so, therefore, I don't buy any new ones. But anyhow, that's what I was using for the watercolor. For the metallic looking stuff. I think I've got it on the door. You see that? I wanted to, there it is. I wanted to put a metal on the door, and I thought, oh, I think I've got a turquoise-ish looking metallic watercolor, so that's what I did. Hey, Ambient. Sorry. Okay. Was it Monday? Yeah. Yesterday, I was saying hello and just shortening everybody's name. You did? Awesome. Oh, and thank you. And I was just, I think I was fatigued at the time, and I was sitting in the living room in my recliner and just relaxed, and I'm too lazy to type in everybody's name, so I just shortened it. And then Shannon said, oh, look, we all got nicknames. Oh, that was funny. Hi, Silk. All right, so this page is from World of Flowers, which I hadn't worked in ages. And the last time, the last live stream, I gave the option of 3 different pages. Which one should I do? And everybody voted for this one. And I'm kind of glad they did too, because there's different things going on in this. You've got your flowers and your leaves, house, wood, bottles. The bottles actually colored with, well, this one and this one with the sparkly paint. Thanks. Yeah, trying to figure out how to get the stream up. Anyhow, and I'm just working with these colors from the Grizaye stuff, color pencils. You see, I'm having trouble. Oh no, no! Oh, puppy. You won't believe what he did. See it? See that? Mm-hmm. Thank goodness he didn't get to this one. I can redo this one without a problem. Yeah, your dog got a hold of your swatch things. I think what happened was they fell when I was grabbing the watercolor container. Yeah, well, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I had to name these. So, except this one doesn't have a name. those are easily repairable. Probably if I had laminated these, it wouldn't be so tragic looking. But I didn't want to laminate them, so. Hey, Connie. Welcome to my dog's destruction of my drawing stuff, my coloring stuff channel. Oh, sorry, brain. All right, so let me show you what I used on this so far. We have the, I'm probably going to zoom in, Grizaye Violet 53, Teal 36, Jade 37, Hot Pink 15, and Carrot 17. I'll put that in the, let's see, 53, 36. And 17. Those are the colors I started with, but I added the charcoal 67 foreshadowing and the leaf 27 for the green, because there wasn't any green to do the leaves with, and I really like my leaves and other green things to be green. Hey, RC. All right, I'm gonna zoom down. I don't know why it's so hard to zoom on these things. It just is. All right, let me see. Okay. I used two different colors here, obviously, the green and the purple, or the leaf and violet. I could have also used a lighter version of this, which was probably maybe the the lilac or the Parma, but I didn't. I used some white. Ah, that's the other one I added too. Was their white. I really like the Grizaye white. That's number 72. It's like using the Prismacolor white. Now, Prismacolor white is very, very good. My favorite one. But if you're trying to just use Grizaye on a page, apart from some watercolor, use the Grizaye white, and it's very good. It is very good too. I still, of course, like I still, of course, like the Prismacolor white, but this one is a close second. I mean, it's so close that they're right next to each other kind of deal. Hey, Marie. Or is that Marcy? Did I miss somebody? Hey, Silk. I don't think I missed anybody. All right. When I was working on the roof tiles, what I did was I started out dark here where it meets a point, and then as I went down, I just got lighter. Let's see. On the bottom here, I used the white. It's mostly white, metallic watercolor paint, and then on the top here, I used the purple. And on the curves here, I used the turquoise one. For the light on the inside, I did use a yellow. I should have said that somewhere. Here it is. I used the yellow 23. And I just colored, I didn't even color this very center. I just left it white. And I used this one here. And then I came back and colored a little bit of the orange around the edges inside of the circle. I guess it is an edge. And then when it came to these over here, I did the same thing, except I stopped short, like probably right here, and brought in the Grizaye charcoal. This works really well as shadow. It works on just about any color. Maybe the pink, not so much. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, it's like sepia, however you want to say it. So that's how I did that one. And I went back and reworked the purple flowers. Instead of doing that same thing I did on the tile with where I start dark and then gradually go light, I erased some and decided to go the darker around the edges and here at the bottom, this point, and left the middle part bright. And to me, that looks more like a rounded flower than the other way. And I did that here, except I tried to leave a little bit not colored or lightly colored to show reflection too. And you can see down here I did that with the leaf. And I don't always look for or think about where the light's coming in and where to put the shadow and all that stuff. Occasionally I do, but I've had it to where there's two different light sources on the same page just because I liked it that way. The flowers here, I can't call them bluebells because they're, ooh, there's a lot of smudging. A lot of smudging on this. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of smudging. Yeah, if I don't wear my glove, it smudges. It's a soft pencil and it's just going to do that. Welcome to my stream where I erase stuff. I don't know if I had that what is it called? ASMR or something like that. It might sound nice. Hey Danielle, thanks for coming in. This is the Erase channel, where we just erase stuff. Well, it hardly matters yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background. I think stuff still smudges even with this on. Rinka. Okay, is Rinka Danielle? I get mixed up on with who's who. Okay. All right. I just have to remember that. I did that here. I started as dark as I could, and then went light. And then I came back with the teal and put a little bit more of the dark in there. Same thing with underneath to get that shadow of the window. Oh yeah, the little mouse door down here, I made it sparkle with some of that metallic paint too. Now, if I go and find some paint that's just sparkly, that's not stickles, I could see myself, I could justify that, yeah. Oh, no problem. I'm glad you're here looking. Dear Shannon. What does the erasing sound like? Okay, tell me, what is this on the top of this? It's not snow, because this is a spring picture, or it could be fall. Thanks for listening to pencils. Snow. Okay, how can that be snow? Is it like maybe melted snow? On phone, I thought it was popsicle. Oh, yeah, it does look like a popsicle, doesn't it? Maybe frost. Maybe bird poo. I'm not sure if we want to put bird poo on my picture, but gosh, it's amazing how much soft pencil smudge. I don't know. Maybe it's the glove I'm using. I don't know. So probably, I don't know. I might just leave that. It is Joanna Basford's World of Flowers. And on the house, I started out very lightly with the jade, and then I just kept building up color, and in the darker areas I put more, of course, and then I came in with the teal and started working with that. I actually also put some of the violet in some of the dark spots, but also I came back with the charcoal. Everything is on here. I just threw it all. It could be a flower petal. Yeah, I thought maybe a flower would have fallen, or maybe it's a... Look, one of the flowers is missing its petals. Oh. Yeah, but would it flatten out like that? So I guess I could make it pink. It just doesn't make sense that it would be flat like that. Yeah, I mean, that's a good guess because there's nothing here. And there's something here. Who knows? Who knows? It's a good guess. I was trying to limit the palette to just these 5, but like I said, I had to add a little bit of another green. Let me see here. As far as this goes, the leaves, I just, you know, colored lightly all up and down here. And then I came in with the turquoise, or the jade color. They call this jade. And I actually put this, especially here where it worked really well, I added this jade here. And then I came back with the leaf that I just, it's called leaf, and colored over that. So I ended up making a darker version of this, and I kind of kept doing that, adding more and more of the turquoise, and then taking out that bluish tint by putting more leaf down. But I did come back with the charcoal. I think I put in the teal too. No, I think it was just charcoal. I came back with the charcoal, and I mean, they really should call this shadow. And came back with this and put the shadow here. So I might go ahead and just put some more shadow in there. And I'm a light hand, so I just keep adding more layers and layers. I do this even with Prismacolor, because if you add light layers of Prismacolor, you're not likely to have trouble with that wax bloom. But if you're always coloring hard, you might get that wax bloom. Let's see. The illustrator often forgets some lines. Oh, yeah. Who's getting the 24 coloring calendar? I probably will get it because I've got this year's and I haven't colored a thing in it. I probably ought to. Maybe I'll make a calendar picture week or something. Not week, but day. This day I'm going to color the picture from the calendar for the month. I don't know. They are very big. But that is an interesting idea. She could have very well made it a mini calendar. It's the same dimensions, ratio, whatever. It's the same shape and everything, just a miniaturized version of it. But then, would some of the spots be too tiny to color in? I don't know. Oh, that's so nice. If you look at the petal on top of the mushroom, it even has the same wavy line. Oh! I think it fell off the mushroom cap. That is the best explanation it could be. She forgot to do it all together. Forgot to put some lines in the whole flower on top of the mushroom. That's a good idea. I could use water-based markers on there, or even ink tints because it's really thick. Yeah, yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm not sure I'd use alcohol markers unless you don't care about the month before. That's a good idea. Thanks, Marcy. All right, so y'all think that is a petal. Let's get the pink out. I wonder if somebody, creative somebody, maybe could make this. I'm not sure if that works very well. How about that? It's something. I don't know if it's a good something, but it's something. All right. Can I do this without shaking? Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna shake that line. So I better go like that. I'm not sure if that's good, but that is a very good explanation. She just forgot to draw in the lines, and now we're going to just going to color it. All right, so maybe the light shining down on the top, so it's just the bottom part here. Something like that. Oh, if it's curved, then it might be dark this way. We're just making it up as we go along. Oops. I felt like taking a nap, but I wanted to, since Barbara wasn't going to be on today, I need to get some more shadow under that anyway. Not that you need to make 500 different layers or anything. But after a while, you can't make any more layers with the Grizaye. I haven't really tested how many layers you can get with that. Now that looks like it's just dirty. All right, maybe I can clean it up by adding more. That's something I would do with other things. I would add the Grizaye charcoal color, and then come back with the color I was shadowing. For some reason that doesn't look good. I don't know why. Don't know why. Why don't we get a little white? White, where are you? There you are. Sometimes when I'm not watching, obviously I'm not watching, because it suddenly happens, I'll push something that pushes on the electric eraser and it just goes off. I'm like, what? It's like it's saying, don't push me. Stop pushing me. Well, it didn't quite work on that. I may just have to erase a little bit more. Maybe, yes, a little more white, but otherwise, thanks. Yeah, I think the white worked pretty well. Probably I will line this with white, a white pen. Okay, there we are. Now we know that the petal fell down. I keep wanting to tweak it. Tweak, 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 tweak. Tweak, tweak. How about a little purple? Oh, that didn't do much. All right. I think you can see this pretty well. I did that gradation on here. Started out with lightly with the leaf, and then gradually made this part darker, and then went into the lighter. I came in with the jade like so, and like that. Let's see, did I leave anything I could show you that with? Well, there's only, it's a flower book. There's gonna be like 500 different. Did I show y'all this? I don't know. I finished it anyway. I used Star Joys on this with some sparkle pen. Looks like I used some glaze on this part. No, yeah, I used a little bit of sparkle pen on that. Thanks. I don't even like mandalas in general, but this one I liked, so that's what I did. I guess that's, let's try it on this one. Make sure I get, all right, so I just colored the whole thing. You can make circles, you can make little ovals, you can make long streaks if you want. I kind of like the long ovals. But since I'm going lightly, I'm not going to get those long streaks in there. Okay. And then I started from here and pressed a little harder, and then pressed less as I went back up into the leaf. Probably all of you know how to do this. I just wanted to show you how I was making the leaf darker with the jade. So then I came in not too heavy. It's almost making itself. And then gradually lightening as I go up. And then same thing here. And then I use the same green, not pressing too hard, and just coming up a little further with it. I want to work on the edges a little bit. I've also, on some of them, come in with this teal color. These pencils are so smooth. And just like with the others, gradually lift my hand so there's not as much pressure as there was here. And then come back again with that same green color. My dogs are chasing throughout the house, chasing each other. If I want this to be darker here. So you can just keep doing that and doing that and doing that until you get the shade of green that you want. So you literally with 2 different colors, well 3, you can get a lot of greens out of those. Then if I want it to be really dark, I came in with the charcoal color. Kind of imagine where this flower above would cast a shade. Cast a shade? My brain this morning. Cast a shadow. I'll come back over that with the green again. Hey, Kenny. Thanks for coming. Oh, I gotta stretch. Sometimes you just gotta stretch. So, if I was actually coloring this whole thing, I probably would come further down with that dark, just a little bit. Anyhow, that's how I did that. Over here. I pretty much did that with everything. I just started out lightly and then gradually got darker and darker. Well, you have succeeded in getting wrecking ball on my head. Oh, okay. How did I do that? Oh, Kenny. Kenny did. Or did I say just like that? I don't even know. Now, I didn't even touch your brain. Just saying. All right. These little... I've left these for coloring after most of the page is colored because I wasn't sure what to color them. I'm trying to think of, oh, color placement. Something that I do, I don't know if I got it from another colorist or not. I might have. Where if I've got a color like, okay, so I've got the purple over here, and obviously there's the purple here. I want the purple to be down here. And so then there's the pink, and I've got to have the pink over here somewhere. I made these pink and this bottle pink. And here's another purple. The orange color, which I haven't done a lot of, I decided to make this little container orange. And then this one up here. And so what that does for me is it balances the picture for me. I don't know if it does that for you. I don't know about a good song. Depends on your definition of good, but whatever, it's your thing. And so I've got the red here, and I made this little container reddish color. Now, you don't have to think that hard. It doesn't actually, it's not actually hard for me to think that. It just automatically comes up, and so I do it. Now these probably, I might do orange. Or could make part of them orange. Yeah. Yeah, my brain likes to be balanced, which it's not. But it looks for balance in everywhere. Symmetry. Yeah. So if I could make these two pink, I could make them purple. I could make them orange. I think I would probably go for purple here. Yeah. I think it's just instinct. And then I pick up the orange pencil. I mean, if you want to get massively technical, you could say, well, that's the pink ones, and so you should make them pink. Yeah. I try not to be complicated, but I come out complicated. I mean, I have a book called Color Harmony. It's very important. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do purple because that kind of goes along with the house colors. Make sure I'm in the middle. It really doesn't matter which of the colors when you're using a limited palette. It's all going to match. And sometimes it doesn't matter when everything else is balanced, then you could almost pick anything. You need help. Okay, Kenny, make sure if you've got it on this side to have it over here on this side. If you got it up here, make sure you have it down here. I don't know. Something to play with. This violet has, I mean, you almost don't need any shadowing because it, a shadowing color kind of creates its own. And if I want that to be really light, this area, I can just make it as light as I can, and then I can come in with the white. Make sure I've got that cleaned off. How many times has any of us not cleaned off the white pencil, and we end up with that color that we worked with last inside something we didn't want to have that color? Kenny, I don't know that I've seen your stuff. Maybe I have and didn't notice that it was yours, or I wasn't looking for a name on anything. I don't know. Right. So I also used my poor broken Caran d'Ache blender on some of this. And it works pretty well on this paper and on with these pencils. There's my little. I'm always encourage us to even watch one video on color theory. I know that not a popular opinion. Oh no, I've learned some color theories over the years, so, but it's good to get a refresher course. Something else I did here, and I've done it in other pages, is that when I put the white down, I go ahead and color over it with whatever color, and it comes out lighter automatically. You don't have to necessarily press lighter. But anyway, that's kind of neat. And I think I will come in with this Grizaye charcoal. I keep saying Grizaye because it's all Grizaye. So I want this shadow to be a little more shadowy. And as I go forward into little cup, upside down flower thing, go into that white, it's going to automatically lighten as I go. Anyway. Ah, yep, excellent. I'm glad it didn't want to offend you. Oh no, I'm fine with color theory. I mean, I learned some in college and learned some on this journey through life. So yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. So this one is probably just going to be in a lot of shadow here, but I'm going to make just a little bit of, in fact, I think I'll go ahead and put some white here where I want that to be the highlight. Yeah, I mean, even just a little bit of basic stuff, like Ambient said, I think it improves. It might improve in other artistic endeavors like quilts and painting, drawing. Interior design, I don't know. I don't do a lot of interior designing kind of stuff with my house. My theme has been Southwestern forever. I think I started out kind of country and then ended up with, let's see, why don't we just make this purple too. And I've changed out the pieces over the years, added, subtract, etc. And it's kind of morphed from Southwestern to sort of cowboyish, Native American, and then some cowboy type of stuff. Western, I should say Western. Southwestern and Western. And I don't, I'm trying to think, do I have a balance anywhere? Maybe the two shelf units next to, on either side of the TV, maybe I've got the same amount of stuff on one side as on the other. I like how dark that is. Now, why is that looking different? This one looks different. It's like the same thing. I don't know. Even a plate of food, color makes food more appealing. Yeah, the plates. So I tried to get as Southwestern a plate as I could without breaking the bank. It's just, I think it's Corel or something like that, which is fine. Did I get that? I think I got those plates, the set, from someone else selling on our marketplace. Yeah, and she had the gravy boat, which I haven't ever had a gravy boat other than the China, Steve's paternal grandmother. We have her China, and it's got a gravy boat, but I didn't want to use it. But so it comes in handy, and it's got a big oval plate, and it's got a giant bowl, and so that was cool. But I mean, I like turquoise and I like blue, but I'm thinking, what is that going to do to the food if I put blue food onto blue plate? Is it going to make it give it an orangey look? Or if I wanted a turquoise plate, would it kind of give an orange yellow look to the food? And so in my mind, I think, well, the plate's got to be white, or in my case, it's kind of an off-white. And I don't even know if that's a big deal. Maybe it doesn't change the color of the food, but somehow I thought it did, and so I never bought any plates that were not really a neutral color. It's just my way. I might be surprised. If you collect what you love, then it will always work because you find it beautiful. Yeah, and the plates we have right now are fine. If I ever come across something that is a different color of Southwestern, and it's a good deal, you know, I might just change. But I like Southwestern, and I've invested so many years in collecting Southwestern stuff. Pictures, I mean, some of it's yard sale, garage sale, or marketplace, or just bought straight out from a store. That I wouldn't want to change unless I got a whole package. Here's a whole package deal. I don't want to spend another 33 and a half years. I need some water. Collecting a different style. It does. Now, the only thing, if I could change it, if I could snap my finger and it was different, is the curtains. The curtains are not really Southwesterny. They could really go with a lot of different themes. And I think I might make this red, the reddish color. Where is the reddish color? Wait, why did I say red? No, there should be red. There it is. It's hiding. Stop hiding. I didn't say this at the beginning. Oh, I missed one. Geranium 4 was the other one. And I did bring out a red number 3. Yeah, you know, I thought about doing that. I thought about doing that. Painting some stuff. So I walk in Hobby Lobby, and you know they have everything on sale all the time. And I walk in, and I'm looking, I'm not specifically looking for them. They just happen to be on the way to looking at something else. I look at their paintings, and I think, I could do that. I could do that. But will I do that? That's the question. Will I do that? can't believe I didn't show the reds I was working with. This red that I picked is, it's a little bit orange. It's almost like a pale vermilion type of thing. Yay, Kenny, what are we having for dinner? Anyhow, who knows how in the world we got started on that subject. Oh, interior design, color. Yeah. My brain's rewinding to, what did I say? I don't know that I try to be balanced necessarily with my stuff, except that one shelf on one side of the TV has to have the same amount of stuff on the other one. Not necessarily different stuff. I mean, the same stuff. Although one of the sides, you know, kind of has more stuff. It's got all of the ashes that I've collected from different dogs. So I'm thinking I need to move those to a different place because there's so many of them now. If and when I add more animals to that shelf, it's going to have nothing but pet ashes in the little boxes over there. Yeah, no, I'm taking too long on this. Oh, I'm getting more of a feel for the pencil too. Yeah, it's hard. All of our dogs have been rescues. All of our animals have been rescues. And let's see, I'm trying to think. The only ones that have lived with us their entire life one passed. That was the cat. We didn't keep her ashes. We didn't feel the need to. Although I did get a lot of her fur. Oh, I forgot where I was going with that. Going from beginning of life to the end of life. We've done that with one animal, and that was the cat. She was probably 8 weeks when we got her and her brother. Her brother ran away when we moved into this house. I don't know if that thunderstorm that night spooked him or what, but we didn't find him the next day. Let's see. So that was the animal we had the longest, and from beginning of life to the end of life. So we have a lot of kitten pictures. And I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this one flower. Anyway, Then the next one would be, well, Robin. We've had her since she was 4 months. And then little Tyler that we just adopted. He wasn't exactly a rescue. He was from a family that had their Chihuahua had puppies. And I got to meet the mom and all that, so that was cool. It wasn't a breeder, it was just somebody whose dog had puppies. So I just thinking about, you know, Marty going from the beginning of her life to the end of her life was kind of see, I didn't wipe that off. Good thing I'm going to make it the same color. Let's see if I can be a little faster on this one. It's also hard to do some fancy stuff when you have such a small space to work with. All the other dogs that are up there on the shelf, they've all been adopted when they were older. So we didn't have very long with them. I mean, compared to having a cat for 17 years. But it is hard, and I kind of thought of that with Tyler. One day he's not going to be this rambunctious little puppy. He's going to have a bunch of gray hair that they tend to get, and you know, that'll be hard. But I don't think I've ever done that with any of my other animals. Thought ahead of time of what it's going to be like. Hey, let's change the subject to something not so sad. Something funny that happened with, well, let me read the chat. I don't want to miss what he said. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Was it this morning? My husband was cleaning off something in the hallway, a piece of furniture, and he, for some reason, used a great big towel. Because the towel's wet?
No, the furniture was wet.
Oh, I know, but why did you use such a great big towel?
I had a lot of wet to wipe up.
Okay, so we had a lot of wet to wipe up. And I wasn't watching, but I did the second time. But little Tyler came along, and he's about 5 pounds, and this giant towel. And he just took one end of the towel and dragged it into the craft room. And I heard this cackling coming from my husband. I said, he never laughs out loud like that. What happened? So he said, look in there. And he had dragged that towel all the way into the craft room. And I said, hey, let's get him to do it again. He probably will. And this time my husband got a video of it and shared that with me. So it was really funny. That this, I mean, we've seen him drag big stuff down the hall before, but never a towel, never a whole towel. So that was too funny. That was too funny. Alright, I'm going to take some of this charcoal. For those that have pets, did any of your pets do something funny like that? Or when you had pets, do you have a funny pet story? I think is what I'm trying to get out. I know it. He's a big dog on the inside. I'm just so glad he's feeling better. He was the one that was doing really badly. I thought I was going to have to take him into the emergency vet. But he pulled through like nothing happened. They are very funny. We have had many cats, but only one that we've had from kitten to, end of life. And so we have one more cat that we've had him from a baby. And he's going to be the last cat. But, well, that's what the plan is. Because we're tired of changing litter. All this time of changing litter, it started to become not worth having a cat. Because, that's 17 years of litter changing. And I just don't want to do that. We don't want to do that anymore. But we'll get other dogs. I'm still messing with these flowers. Hey Diane, thanks for coming in. I'm not liking how this is working here. I really don't know why I'm laboring over these little flowers. I guess mostly I'm just trying to figure out what works in this teeny tiny space. When I just want to take a little bit off, like the first layer or two, I use this Mono Zero eraser. And I am going to color the center, but I'm going to use a Jelly Roll pen for it. Sorry about the shadow. I'm not sure how to... Whoa. Sorry about that. Not sure how to get that shadow off. Maybe if I change this light. I didn't do it either. I don't know. It's just gonna have to be shadowy. It's shadowy for me too. I think that's about the worst I've had it. Oh, don't fall. No falling. There's no falling in art. Oh well. That is a terrible shadow. That's sort of better. No, I gotta have this light. That's better. I think I just figured something out. That is much better. So tiny. I'm just gonna color like this. Use the white. Well, I don't know if that's better. It seemed like it was better. Kind of move that around. Maybe put a little bit of charcoal around the center. Hey, Kelly. Okay, now y'all tell me what is this? This sort of looks like wood that's wrapped with a purple purple rope. Forgot to do this part. This looks like flowers are sticking out of it, but I mean, what is this right here? I'm not sure what these are. Well, they sort of look like the tiles, but I guess then that part is clay, kind of like the walls. Would it be brown? I think I'll just metal. Oh, you think that might be metal? Oh, I think I'm gonna make it the turquoise. I made that wood. Yeah, it's just some of these, oh, wrong one. Some of these things in this book, or really any book, I think, what are they trying to draw there? Did they miss something? I think I will see they missed a whole line there. And then color a little darker. There's this fly that keeps bothering me. I'm thinking, what is so exciting about my elbow? Get off. Can you check my words out of my mouth? Oh. I missed it apparently. We can come back with the purple. Kind of continue that purpley turquoise theme of the roof. And can throw in a little bit of green. Can you check my mouth's out of my... Okay. I get it. Yeah. I've typed some weird stuff before. Muy bueno. And I think I'll do something sparkly with these dots too. Not sure what these are supposed to be. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, stink. Who wouldn't want a giant red spiky leaf floating at you and above your house? She said, what? She said, what? Usually I say pinch, poke, give me a Coke. Although I've said jinx too. I might have to turn the page. I'll try not to. I feel like I'm... Now, are those leaves? Or those flowers? These look flowery, but then what flower has leaves coming out of the middle of it? This looks flowery to me, but these look like leaves. I think maybe that's what I'm going to do, because it's my picture. Pinch, poke, give me a Coke. I've been saying that forever. Maybe it's a southern thing because we say Coke. I'm going to make these leaves darker, so I'm going to put in some more of this blue, this jade color. Oh, you must be in the South then. Somewhere in the South. We do have Pepsi, but mostly Texas is Dr. Pepper. And everything else is not. But I think there's probably an even amount of Pepsi and Coke here. Yeah. And you have to say it, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Give me a Coca-Cola. I think that's how my grandfather said it. Give me a Coca-Cola. Because if somebody asks you, what kind of Coke do you want? You don't reply, oh, a zero or a cherry or something. You say, well, I want a Dr. Pepper. Or give me a Sprite. Now they don't do that as much because there's so many different Cokes out there. I don't know why I've made that center so light. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, those kind of things weren't spoken of in regular society when I was growing up. And so Coke meant a software, a soft drink. I didn't even think of that when I was saying that. You're right. You can't just say, give me Coke. You might have policemen following you. Maybe I shouldn't say that on my live stream. I don't know. I was watching a live stream last night, briefly, and the guy was talking about herbs, depending on what country you're from. And he said he had to be careful how he talked about it. Otherwise, it would get flagged. I love my coffee too. Have I had the second cup? Well.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri thought I was talking to. How many times since Steve gave me his old watch? So I get the hand-me-down electronics, which is fine. But so many times, at least once a day, I'll say something and my watch talks back to me. Cherry Coke from Steak and Shake is the best. Oh, you like Cherry Coke? You know what? Yeah, Steak and Shake. You know what I like at Steak and Shake better than anything else they have, although I have not tried the Cherry Coke, is their Nutella shake. Oh, man. That is heavenly. I wanted one the other day, but I wanted a Dairy Queen Blizzard more than I wanted the Nutella shake, and so that's what I got. Cherry Dr. Pepper is really nice. But you can't find it everywhere. have you really? Well, last week when I went to the doctor, I said, I'm going to get a shake after that. And now the fly is messing with my head. I said, I want to get a shake or a blizzard or snow cone, or not snow cone, a dip cone. And after it was over, so Steve took me to Dairy Queen, and I couldn't decide what I wanted, but the blizzard sounded really good. But then you got to choose which blizzard. They had a new one. I was going to get the s'more blizzard, but they had a new one called Puppy Chow. And I thought, well, that sounds good. I asked, well, what's in that? I'm glad that she didn't say, well, there's Puppy Chow in there. And it's just a really odd name for something you're trying to sell as a dessert to a human. So don't worry, Connie and Kenny, I won't hold that against you that you don't like Dr. Pepper. It's fine. It's fine. Not a problem. Anyway, I decided to get the Puppy Chow. And my husband kind of was saying, in a way, just the way he had a look on his face, why don't you just get the regular one that you like, the s'mores, you know. But he didn't say it, but he had that look. And then he said, well, never mind. And I got the Puppy Chow, and it was okay. It was peanut butter Puppy Chow is what they call it. And it had these little Chex Mix that were covered with chocolate. Or was it peanut butter? I think it was chocolate, yeah. And I thought that sounded pretty good. So I got it, and I kind of wish I'd have gotten a s'more. It's not one that, it was okay. It's just not one that I'm going to buy again. Let me see. Let's do pink. Let's make these pink. No, it's definitely not one I'm going to try eat again. He said, I was being silly, and I said, okay, now I want to go to Steak and Shake and get my Nutella shake. And he was like, and I want a dip cone. Can I get 2 dip cones? That's what I want, 2 dip cones. And he was just putting up with the silliness. Cherry Coke. I don't even like Coke, but that sounds good. So, Shannon, if it's Cherry Coke, does it still have that Coke flavor, or is there more of a cherry-ish flavor than the Coke flavor? I make my own, but sometimes my friend and I go for Contraband or Blizzard or Shake. Contraband, that's funny. Yeah, I'm not on a shake diet. No, I'm not on a sugar off diet or anything like that. I'm just, oh, that I just remembered something. I forgot to take a pill. I think I'm gonna make these start out pink. I'll be fine. I just, you know, I just gotta make sure I take it in just a little bit. Shannon, are you on today? Or is Connie? I know you said you switched something with her, and I couldn't remember what day. Oh, Connie's on here. Maybe she... I bet Connie will know. No, ma'am. It's cherry flavored Coke. You can taste the cherry, but you know it's Coke. Okay. Well, if Steve were to get some, I would probably, I think I'm going to use a little more red on this. I might taste it, but I don't think I could get a whole one by myself because I'm not really a Coke fan. Yay! If I hurry up, I can at least finish the picture. I won't finish the back part, but it's not a big thing. Let's make this one pink. You can't even see it. There we go. Something's in front of it. I was going to show y'all what I'd been doing. I think I could probably do both. Finish the flowers. Finish the flowers and show you. Oh, I wonder if that's the same flower. Or that's different than that one. It looks like they're both coming off the same thing. Oh, I see. It's a straight-on view. Gotcha. So probably those little things I should have made green. It's all right. It doesn't have to be. Sorry. Well, I can at least tell you what I've been working on. I have had the 160 set of a Hoo water-based dual tip markers. That is a mouthful. I've had them for over a year, and I haven't done anything. I haven't done a lot with them. I've done some stuff here and there, but I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time, and it was a good deal. You know, it was on sale and stuff. But I didn't do anything with it. But lately, and I think maybe it was Jazz, she was using water-based marker on one of her pages recently, and I thought maybe I should try those. Maybe I should give it another try. And so I was messing around with them last night. But before I was going to do anything, I said, I hadn't swatched these. I think I'll swatch them. And it took a really long time. Did it take all day? Well, it did take a good part of the day. I might have been doing other stuff at the same, not the same time. Other things I was doing that day. So I wasn't like working on it continuously. But anyhow, I've had to put them in color order, which took forever, and they didn't have any names. So being the person I am, I had to give them names. And so I did. Most of them I named after other colors in other pencil sets that look the same. I just read your thing about, about your caffeine. I can't drink more than one caffeinated coffee, a little cup of caffeinated coffee. Gosh, my tongue just can't fly that fast. In a day. If I have 2 in a row, I will shake. And that's part of the reason I was shaking that one day. But, yeah, I can't have more than one. The doctor was going to put me on this medication that if you're sensitive to caffeine, you know, I've been going to her for a really long time. You think she would remember I had a sensitivity to caffeine. But she said something about coffee, and I said, oh yeah, I can't drink but one. Now, I can drink a second whole full calf in the afternoon, but I can't drink them together. She said, oh, well, let me put you on a different medication. Okay, that's fine. Wow. I think, what is this little thing right here? I know, I can make it anything I want. It looks like a little snowman sitting on the edge. He lost his hat. That's what it looks like. I don't even know what I would make that. I did notice a little bit more about these Grizaye. I don't know why they called it that. I would have picked a different number, a different word, like wonderful, the wonderful pencils. I don't know. Was that they're a little bit like the Black Widows, in that you can come back and add some more. Like, it'll only take so much, but you come back a little later and you can add a little more to it. I don't know what that is, but that's what. It could be that way in all the flowers. I don't know. All the flowers. All of the colors. I need to have lunch and then take a nap. Oh, seriously. I'm not supposed to have coffee, but I do limit it. Oh, I've got to have a whole cup. Yeah. I watched a video, and I couldn't tell you where to find it to even put it in there, in the put the link in there. But it was this doctor who was also knowledgeable about natural remedies, and she was talking about different things like that didn't bother some but bothered others. It was a good talk. Looks like a little pot with a lid. Oh, well, it's 2 circles. I don't know. It looks like 2 circles to me, so that's what I made it. Let's see where my sparkly pop things are. Oh, the red. The red wasn't working. I could use this. Sort of a cross between red and pink. Well, I was going to do a little more on this, like the background, but as far as the picture goes, I'm done. Yep. Why don't I zoom out so you can see it a little better? Cool. So I like the Grizaye on this paper a lot. Now, what was I working on? So I've got these. It was one of the first things I bought, and I really don't know why I wanted to buy so many, but I just did. Yeah, all right. I decided to number them because the numbers they have on here, if you put it in that number order, it's going to be so random you don't even know. It's just like somebody threw them up in the air and said, all right, the first one I pick up, I'm going to put a 1 on, and just kept going like that. Hey, Rebel. Oh, you like that? Thank you. I used a color cube card, and then I added some green and some charcoal, the charcoal Grizaye for some shadow. Oh, yeah, I was gonna do a little bit more on these, maybe Posca, but I don't feel like it, so I'm happy with it just the way it is. Yeah, but this card will be important in a second. Try to do this quickly. So I numbered them. Of course, I had to put them in order. And as I put them in order, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. That's it. I put them on these little, did I do that? Yeah. Swatch cards. And then I had to name them. So I took my giant thing of colors and I just matched them up with whatever color, whatever that color was named, that's what it would be named. Except for a few. Was it really this one? No, it wasn't that. I did name those actually. Well, anyway, I went ahead and picked some colors out of there using this that I had just used. And I started to work on this picture. And I'm really liking how it's turned out. It's like, wow, I can't believe it. Look at that. I added a little bit of a lighter purple and a lighter of the turquoise colors. I have it put in a lighter of the pink and the orange. But I like how this water's coming out. Well, I like it how it's coming out, but also like how it's coming out. Does that make sense? And why I cannot find the swatch. There it is. I knew it was here somewhere. It took me a while to get them in color order, and I still don't know if I've got them in. I've got them in enough color order for myself. And then I gave them names because they didn't have any names. What is about colors, about pencils and markers and everything? We've got to have names. I don't know, but that's what I did. Oh, this book right here is Enchanted Earth. Yep. Yeah, thanks. Then, since I still had the Grizaye colors next to me, I started to use those on top. And these work great on top of the water-based Ohuhu markers. Well, they work well on top of the alcohol markers too. All right. Well, I think I'm going to let that be it, y'all. Thanks for coming by. Sorry for my brain not thinking about words. Oh yeah, I get it. It'd be fun. Remember this? I started long ago and I didn't finish that one. But I thought it came out pretty well, so I'm going to keep working on it. And I used to be afraid of the markers, and now I'm not afraid of them. So I think that's why I wanted to get them out and play with them, since I had them. And I didn't really want to sell them. Who would buy a giant pack of that and pay an enormous amount in shipping to get it to them? So that's what I did. All right, see y'all at Connie's. You're welcome. And y'all have a great day. I'll see you Friday morning, Lord willing. Bye. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye.